there. So let's talk face palette collection. No swatches because that's a lot. We'd be here forever. I still have some other things to do, and I still need to film this eye look because I really like it. So we have the ABH. It is their Italian Summer Face Palette. Oof, I thought I just took it out. We have blush, highlight, and a bronzer. I actually have a dip in the highlight. This isn't too bad. This does, for me, this took some build up and I should have went like a shade darker, but I do generally like this. We have the, now I'll have like highlight palettes, bronzer palettes. I have a highlight blush bronzer palettes, you know what I mean? So usually if it has more than like one single shade in it, I consider it a face palette and it's stuck in my face palette drawer. So that's a quick thing on that. So we have the ABH Aurora Glow Kit. You can tell we have some heavy usage on here. I got pan on this shade, close to pan here. Starting to get dips in the other one, but you can tell my favorite shade in this is the Eclipse shade. Love it. We have the Sephora. It's their holographic face and cheek palette. Get it open. This is actually quite nice for what I paid for it. I'm not for sure if Sephora still carries this on their website, but this is a good palette. And the highlights are freaking up my alley too. I just love the array. Then we have the, what was this called? Oh no. I think this is the Cavity Highlight Palette from JSC. I actually was able to have make all these shades work for me, so I wasn't too mad about this. I think Candy Frost and this shade are probably my two favorite shades, but I really like to work with these shades too. I haven't mixed any of them yet, but that's a good idea. We have Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush Palette. I actually got this on the BoxyCharm sales when they were having their sales. This is really nice. I probably wouldn't have paid the full price that they would have wanted for it off like Sephora or the Natasha Denona site. But for what I paid for it, I'm not too mad about it. These three shades up here are cream products. And then the three down there are, you know, powder. It's a blush and highlight palette. Diamond and blush it says, but it's not too bad. It's not like super prominent in your face kind of thing, but it's not bad. Right in the sweet, right in the middle spot for me. We have another ABH highlight palette. It's called the Moonchild Glow Kit. I really like this too. I actually took me forever to get a decent looking one from Marshalls, because you know how people are. They gotta stick their fingers in there like they're children. They don't have testers at Marshalls. What are you doing? But there's that one. It's got some usage on it, just not as heavily as the Aurora palette. We have the Laura Lee Glazed Lit Kit. This is quite nice. I really was digging the shade Diamond. I think that's like, besides Rose All Day, Diamonds was the only shade I like gravitated towards in this palette. So I haven't used all four shades, just the two. But I tell you what, that Diamond shade, good stuff. We have MAC. This is a Shiny Pretty Things Face Palette Fair. This is, the whole thing is great. Really, I really like the whole thing. I think I picked this up at Marshalls. I think I picked it up at Marshalls, I believe. I am not for sure. I'm not for sure where I got this. But I was happy to get it though. Where did I get it though is the question. I don't remember. Listen, the older you get and the more I sleep since then, the more I forget things, you know? We have Tarte Princess Avenue Bronze Palette. I like this because I can get multi-use out of this, like bronzers, and then I usually use one or the other to set under my eyes. It always smells so good too. And I really like the cute packaging of this. I waited for someone to post this for like 20 bucks on Mercari. Yeah. We have Becca. This is their Après Ski Glow face palette. So it's like a bronzer, blush, and highlight. So basically, here's your blush. That's a bronzer. I think this one, okay, this is a blush. It's like Winterberry, I think. The sticker's upside down on it, which is probably why it was at Marshall's. Anyway, so I'm pretty sure this is a blush. This is the only bronzer, blush, highlights. Yeah, that's a blush. I just haven't used that one. What's it look like? How's that a blush? Okay, I mean, working with it. Smashbox Cali Kissed. This is a blush and highlight. I don't know if I've used this yet. It looks like I might have used this corner, maybe? Yeah, it looks like I used this corner, but I haven't used anything. It's a bronze highlight, and the highlight, it says highlight and blush palette, but it has a bronze in it. Crank it up, bronze, it says right there. Is it a bronzer? It could be a glowy bronzer. So apparently I need to give this palette more love. See, good thing we're doing this collection video. There's the Kimchi Drama Queen, the Unboring Highlight Palette. She's right, she is not boring. I don't think I've used all the shades. I'm pretty sure I used like maybe these three. But look at this gold. Ooh, be a great inner corner highlight. Oh shoot, some of my favorite ones is the Duo Light Highlight 9-Color Palette from BH Cosmetics. Does this one have a name? It does not have a name. Here's the inside. I've gone ahead, but it kind of looks hard pan, but it's not really hard pan. I'm not sure why it's looking hard pan on here. Yeah, it's not hard panned. See that? How can you not want to wear that? My poor shorts. They're work shorts anyway. Then another BH Cosmetics is the Backlight Highlight 6-Color Palette. This is Intensity in a palette right here. It's your strobe. She is powdery, but by golly, that payoff though. Queen. Nice. Well worth that. If you can still find it and still get it, worth it. Then we have the KVD Alchemist Holographic Palette. I absolutely love this palette. I'm starting to get a real big dip in this shade. Got a dip going. I think I've got a dip going in these two. This one's starting to get one. This one not so much, not as close, but it's got a lot of life. My husband got this for me for Christmas, like last year or the year before. We have Fresh and Frosted from Sugar Rush, which is like Tarte's parent, whatever, I don't remember. I love these three shades. I know I said I wasn't gonna swatch, but here I am. And middle shade's my absolute favorite in this palette. This was like a free gift though sent to me. I should probably grab something. Okay, I knocked like 20 things over to get to this. There we go. All shiny, but that's okay. We have Pure. It's their Fairlight palette. They have a translucent powder, bronzer, blush, and highlight. I have used the bronzer and blush. I haven't used the translucent powder or the highlight in this one yet. This, from what I remember, this wasn't too bad of a face palette. I just haven't used it. Wow. I've been too busy using all my single products, you know, to go back into these. I have Pacifica, Desert Sunset, this Sunset Matte, Desert Matte. It's a matte blush and matte bronzer. Blush and then bronzer. This was pretty good. I like this one so much that I purchased a second one in the shade Bronze Rose. It's Wild Rose and Desert. So here is Wild Rose and Desert. I think I've swatched this, but have not used this one yet. This doesn't shut properly. Okay, this is the ColourPop Extra Glaze Cheek Palette. Listen, I will hit pan eventually on these because they take so much buildup for me. Like, I'm already made a dent in this shade. The highlight though, I really like the highlight. Hopefully the highlight don't dry out because this doesn't shut right. Like it shuts. See what I mean? I don't know. It's like that when I got that. So hopefully it doesn't dry out. The last face palette I have in my collection is the Lovecraft Beauty Bronzer Palette. Actually, I bought something else and they sent this to me by accident. I told her, don't worry about it, it's cool. I love this. My favorite shade is the Savina is the Savina shade. This is like a perfect bronzer for me. All three are within my skin tone usage. This would just probably be a one and done, kind of like shink, 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 done. Oh, I just nicked it. I just took it out. Alright, poor thing, I just shanked it, didn't make it. Well, that is my face palette collection. I hope you liked it and hope to see you in my next one. Bye.